The key in mobile right now is there's a lot of supply and demand starting to build. But of that supply, what's quality, what's not quality, what's the right ad experience. Just a lot of things still being learned on mobile, some things that work well, some things that don't. I think the opportunity for programmatic is obviously with that much supply, there's a lot of things we can test on that are fairly efficient from a buying perspective. But also focusing on like the targeting perspective. How do we define an audience in a mobile space? It's kind of a cookie-free environment. It's a good test bed for us as we think about the future, I think, from a targeting perspective, and how we basically bring to bear a lot of different data assets to actually define an audience and do so in a way that's maybe not typical of today's display marketplace where so much focuses around the cookie. I mean, here you're finding other identifiers, other things that for us as buyers we have to get savvy about how to use and how to vet and navigate in a smart way to still build that profile of who we want to reach. And like I said, mobile is a pretty interesting environment for that right now. Yeah, there's definitely there's a lot of testing. We'll put it that way. A lot of interesting things. I mean, here you've got the providers, and they've got data sets that are available. You've got other mechanisms by which an identifier can be associated to a particular browser or mobile handset, and through that, how do you map additional data points? So you can go beyond just simply targeting based off of a geography lat-long type of thing, or going off of a application genre. I mean, some of those are basically what people are trading on today in the broader scale mobile buys, and I think the world deserves something better than that, and that's what we're kind of focused on. To that end, it's taking data providers who have some interesting first-party data that customers have, and how can I really get it beyond even a demo, but some intent-based data into that. I think it's a lot of interesting tests, to put it that way. Nobody's cracked it, but a lot of interesting investments, a lot of interesting things that, especially for us, that's the type of thing that we want to vet and want to test out. It's kind of the purpose of our group as it relates to the broader Publicis group, is find those emerging ideas, bring scale to them, and really vet them out so that the practice of the future is built on a solid foundation. And so that time that for mobile right now is upon us. I mean, I think the word programmatic is, we always have called it addressability. The idea that I want to pinpoint a message delivery to a particular person based on a profile, and that's always been a promise of marketing, going back to 50% of your marketing is wasted, you don't know which 50 it is kind of the underlying principle for why we want to do addressability right. And so programmatic is a means to that end. For that reason, I think it's the scale of it clearly continues to thrive. We're up 110% over where we were last year in the aggregate, and that's fueled by social, fueled by mobile, fueled by video growth. I'm quite confident everyone else that's playing in this space is also of a similar nature. I think client appetite for it is very high, especially ones that want to lean in and really understand it at almost a level where they want to do it in-house, or they're modeling themselves in a way that says the marketing department has new roles that we would have never seen before, that are understanding the data sources, understanding the application of CRM into the broader marketing sense. I mean, those are really fascinating patterns to see happen, and to me it just more solidifies the future that this is absolutely, we're just at the tip of it, and finally the technology has met the philosophical goal, and we're now just tweaking and honing it and making the economics take off.
What about the sort of the premier publishers who push back and say, you know what, I'm going to sell my own inventory, I don't need it. Where is that at right now?
There's certainly going to be some out there, and I think as they better understand what we're ultimately trying to do, this is about a win-win-win proposition, right? We want to find the right impressions for the right people, the right time. We're willing to pay for those impressions. I think on an effective CPM basis, once you can actually get to the critical mass of everyone participating properly, it becomes a lot more interesting for all publishers involved. But between now and then, there's going to be those hedging, that there's commitments of a certain dollar level that are very appealing to a revenue officer who's got 12 months to forecast for on a publisher side. And it just takes time, I think, for everyone to get aware. But there's definitely publishers who fully understand it, and they're awesome to work with. They're bringing ideas to the table that we would have never thought of as well. And so it's critical we have that collaboration in the market. Otherwise, we're just going to be, one side zinging bombs at the other. And it's not about negotiation anymore. It is truly about collaboration.